We have heard the idea that, uh, you know, dwelling in the past is suffering, and dwelling in the future is a suffering, and being in the now is a way to live, you know, uh, with clarity, right? That's the perception. But there's a misperception on living in the now. Uh, Living in the now means being aware, and living moment to moment, right? And living in the moment helps us to see, what works and what doesn't work. So we see that, you know, and that is a relative now, being part of the outside world and how to connect the dots. And that's good, to avoid the conflict, in the outer world. And when there's no conflict in the outer world, being aware, then we can also be, uh, you know, be in ease within, because we don't see the conflict, right? But here's a twist, being in the now on the relative and functioning world, you know, it's not truly a true freedom, because uh, that is outward journey. Being in the now means you have to be aware of yourself, and you have to, dissolve the past and dissolve the future by, moving backward on the both. Whether you are dwelling in the past, you have to see what you're dwelling on the past, and you have to ask yourself why, why certain things I'm connected to, and why I put my effort there, right? And you have to trace it back on your past, and that's the way to eventually be free from the past. Now there is also the future. We dwell in it to have a better future without the conflict and fear, right? Or just to build up the future in a way that we have, abundance of things in life. So also we have to do the same thing. Okay, I have certain ideas for the futures. Why am I putting my awareness in there? What's the reason? So you have to follow the thread backward on that belief as well. Whether it's the past or the future, you have to follow that idea, the perception backward, and that's the way to dismantle, deconstruct the ideas of the past and the future, so we can narrow it down to the root cause of dwelling in the past and future. And then we have to, dismantle, trace back on the fear itself, because we are still feeding that fear. So we have to trace it back. Why are we holding on to this fear? What's the reason? And then we have to dismantle, right? We have to go back. So until there is no more fear is left. And from that, we start to, see the nature of the mind, and how mind works, and there's another step is asking, who am I? So, and this whole process is going to make us see who we are, and if we realize the truth of who we are, then we have dissolved the past, dissolved the future belief, and that dissolving the future and the past is the way to anchor in the now. And that true anchoring in the now comes from realizing who you are. And it's not a belief. It's not a belief. All belief gotta go, so we can see what remains, and that is who you are without the belief, the unchanging self, unchanging truth within. So that's the, reference for this video. Just being in the now. There's two kinds of now. One is just being aware and being part of the world, and rearranging ourselves in a healthy way. That's a relative now. The absolute now comes when we dismantle all beliefs from the past, the future, and through that we're able to anchor in the now. Okay, hope this video points you towards a direction. Hope this video is helpful. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video, guys. Take care.